I'm Amber from Influencer Updates on Instagram, and tonight I'm going to be talking about Australian influencers, 3 biggest stories of the week. The first one being Tammy Hembrow and her fiance Matt Zukowski. So it seems that Tammy blocked him this week on Instagram, which has caused a lot of confusion. The second story I'll be talking about is Ella May Ding from MAFS. And she recently got married at her 30th birthday party, and it was a surprise for all of her guests. And the third update is Tori De Jong. She is the best friend of Skye Wheatley, and they own Good People Apparel together. She has given an update on her weight loss. And yeah, I'll go into that very shortly. So the first story, Tammy Hembrow, the one everyone's been messaging me about before I could even get started. So I'm going to start with this one. So, bit of background. Glamour on the Grid was on recently in an event in Melbourne, and Tammy and Matt attended it together along with Anna McEvoy, Matt's co-host, and her fiance, lost his name, Michael Staples. So Glamour on the Grid, that was on the 21st of March. And Matt and Anna recorded a podcast on Monday, which they released Wednesday, just gone. And they explained that they had a really, really great night, the 4 of them together. And they went back to Tammy and Matt's hotel, which was Crown. And they were there, Anna and Michael were there until 3 a.m, at which point they left and Matt was opening another bottle of champagne. And Anna said they were already super drunk at that point. So yeah, they really, not exaggerated, but put emphasis on the fact of how drunk they were. And then it's come out that Matt sent a DM to an Instagram woman during the early hours of the morning. People saying 3 a.m, but from the screenshots I've posted, it seems that it was about 5 a.m, or at least the girl replied at 5 a.m. Anyway, he sent a text saying, do you have a boyfriend still? And most people have interpreted that as flirty. And he was saying in his podcast, he never should have sent the message. It's not appropriate. But he said he was sending it for a friend. So he was saying that a friend had been saying, can you message this girl for me? You've got a blue tick, she'll reply to you. And he had said no. But then he decided, I guess at 5 a.m, when he was alone with Tammy in a hotel room, to send this text, which that to me doesn't add up. But, I don't know all the details, of course. He also said that context is important. So with the message thread, she said, yes, I do have a boyfriend. Are you still engaged to Tammy? And he wrote back, yes, I am. And then he's claiming that there was another message under that, which wasn't in the screenshot, explaining that he was asking for his friend. But he also said, he was so drunk when he sent the message and he didn't even remember sending the message. But he obviously remembered then sending the further messages after she replied. Or maybe he was still drunk in the morning when he woke up. I'm not sure, but I think it was 8:30 at that point. It was 6:30 at that point that he replied. So yeah, it's all a bit funny and suspicious, but he did say that he's very embarrassed by the situation. He's embarrassed Tammy, her family, he's embarrassed himself, Anna. Anna was very upset with him for a week. I just love Anna as a co-host. I think she's really good at her podcast job. She's really good at interviewing. She knows exactly what to say. She sort of feels what we're all feeling, if that makes sense. She's so good. And she was saying she was mad at him for a week because she felt triggered by the situation, that her fiance could be doing that to people and it's just so wrong to do that. And then Matt revealed that him and Tammy have been to therapy about this situation and they're working through it. And that point of them going to therapy 6 months into a relationship over a DM has really split people. Some people are saying, it's really good that they're doing this. Others are saying it's full on for only being 6 months into a relationship. But I feel with their relationship being so public, it really exemplifies all these things that are happening. So I think that it is really good that they are going to therapy. They've got a lot of issues to deal with in their relationship that normal people don't have to deal with. But anyway, I just thought the timing was very funny because, yeah, he recorded the episode on Monday, and also Tammy's No Filter interview with Mia Friedman of Mamma Mia, that came out on Monday. Also, Tammy hasn't been promoting the episode, which I found quite weird. Maybe she doesn't like it. I don't know. But on Monday night at about 9 p.m, Tammy blocked Matt. So yes, it is true. I have screenshots. Tammy blocked Matt on Instagram. And it's all very weird. She used to do the same with Matt Poole when they were fighting. She would block him and then add him back again, multiple times. But she's done that with Matt Zukowski this time. And I can tell that she blocked him because firstly, they were no longer following each other. All of the tags were removed. Oh, sorry. An hour later, she did follow him back again or unblocked him. And you can tell that it was a block because all of the tags, all of the comments, and all of the likes are now gone. So once you block someone, even if you add them back again, all of that stuff doesn't come back apparently. But yeah, so it's all very weird. They were on holidays together the next day. Like they were both posting on their stories that they were in like some green farm sort of place. Maybe that Bar and Bay place they go to. Not sure, but they were very much still together. So I'm not sure why she blocked him, if it had something to do with him recording his podcast, something to do with the release of her podcast, something completely unrelated. Not sure, but yes, she did block him and we do not know why. Maybe that will be the next thing he talks about on next week's podcast. Not sure, but yes, there's been a lot of interesting things happen in their relationship. And I think that Tammy, I think I said this last week, like Tammy seems that she's not going to be showing Matt anymore on her socials. And I think that that is very much to do with like keeping her relationship private because she's just sick of all of the commentary around it. She's sick of probably me saying stuff on live. She's probably sick of like all the comments, all of the trolling, all of the DMs. So yeah, I think she's not going to be showing Matt very much, at least for a while. I suppose when the wedding prep happens, she'll probably have to show him a bit, but yeah. All right, sorry, that was a very long-winded thing, but there's just been so much. All right, second story is Ella Mae Ding from Maths. So on the 24th of February, her fiance proposed to her after about 10 to 11 months of dating, and he did that during a morning run. So her friends were present, including her famous friend Dominica Calaco, or Dom, as people know her. And yeah, they were there, they were filming, it was all very exciting. And then it was her 30th birthday recently on the 5th of April, and she had a Gatsby theme 30th birthday party. And prior to her coming out into the party, it seems, or maybe she was already in the party. No, I think she wasn't in the party already. She played a video of like, you know, photos of her as a child, and people were thinking it's like a 30th birthday montage. But then they did like earlier today, and they showed Ella and her fiance Guy. They were getting married at a registry with just maybe like their parents or something. It looked like a very small crowd of people. And Dom wasn't there, which I think that is very surprising. Like Dom and Ella seem so tight. They've got their podcast together. They do everything together. And Dom didn't even know about this. Like Dom's reaction is filmed in the video that Ella posted of her crowd's reaction to the news. And Dom is so shocked she did not know. In other news, like Ella's wedding dress, I found it very reminiscent of Zara McDonald, so from Shameless. So she did wear a short white dress, and she had like a big bow in her hair with a veil on it, and she looked super cute. And then her reception dress, I suppose, was a Gatsby theme, like really sparkly dress, and she just looked amazing in both outfits, of course. And in the speech, her fiance, or now husband Guy, he mentioned that they've known each other for 7 years. So despite being like in a relationship and married within a year, they say they've known each other for 7 years. So I'm very curious what happened in that 6 years. They've probably said somewhere on social media, but I'm wondering, like, did they have other relationships and like the timing never matched up, or did they meet each other and hate each other? I doubt it. But yeah, I really want to know what happened in that 6 years that they weren't in a relationship. But yeah, that's all very exciting for Ella. She is now married. There also was a little bit of speculation that it's like a shotgun wedding because she might be married, but I don't think so. I think that, you know, she's just doing things a little bit differently. And yeah, the third update I've got for today is Tori De Jong. So as I mentioned, she is the best friend of Skye Wheatley. They own Good People Apparel together. And she did a series of stories last night. It was probably 10 minutes of stories where she was saying she's been getting some DMs. Someone accidentally messaged her. They were meant to message a friend and sent it to her, saying that she cheated with her weight loss. And Tori wanted to explain to everybody that yes, she has lost a lot of weight. She said that she has taken appetite suppressants prior, like in the past. She tried Duromine at one point for 2 weeks, and she said that her heart felt like it was gonna like burst out of her chest. She did lose weight, but then she gained it back again once she stopped taking it. She said also that last year she did do Ozempic for 4 weeks. She said that she went to a doctor who classified her BMI as morbidly obese, which I'm not sure if that would be correct, because to be classified as morbidly obese, she looks like quite a slim person regardless of what her weight was. I just don't imagine she would have been morbidly obese. I think she might have made a mistake there, but she said the doctor classified her as morbidly obese and prescribed her with Ozempic. And yeah, she went on it for 4 weeks. She did lose weight, but the hunger returned as soon as she stopped taking it. And what has actually caused her weight loss has been the breakdown of a friendship, which she has gone into detail of that before. I've posted it on subs at some point. But yeah, she was mentioning this friendship breakdown, and that has been the start to her weight loss. And then she was saying that, you know, she's joined a gym and she's been going to the gym a lot. She's also been eating really healthy. She's cut out her 2 favorite foods, which are Coca-Cola and chocolate. And yeah, that is how she's lost weight, not through appetite suppressants. All right, that is the 3 weekly updates. So now I'm going to go through all of your questions. Sorry, I forgot to prompt everyone at the start. If you would like to ask a question, just put it in the comments below and I just go through them all and pick the ones I know the answer to, and we go from there. All right, so someone's saying here that the podcast that Tammy did with Mia Friedman, the No Filter podcast, that Tammy barely contributed to the podcast with Mia. Mia asked and answered her own questions with the odd yes from Tammy. Poor thing is extremely timid. I actually agree with that. I found that, Mia was sort of like commentating everything. Like she was saying, oh, Tammy, like you're shy, and Tammy, you arrived with nobody, and Tammy, I can see you're very nervous, and like was very much putting words in her mouth. And yeah, I don't know. I found it a bit awkward listening to those bits because I was like, is that Tammy? Like, I don't know. I find that she does, Mia Friedman does that with other people as well. Like, especially the episode with Claire recently where they were talking about fashion, and she was telling Claire like, oh, you know, like you've got a short torso and you're this and you're that, and like talking about her body and stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't know. It was a bit awkward, but yeah, I do agree. Mia was sort of feeding Tammy questions and answers at the same time. I don't think there was any like big revelations in that interview, but it was interesting to listen to. But yeah, I did also sign up to the subscription to listen to like the second half of the podcast, but the first half was definitely better. I think I'm still glad I subscribed though, because there's a lot of content on the Mamma Mia platform. Okay, what else? What's the book about? I'm guessing that's Tammy's book. So she has said that it's sort of a bit of an autobiography and self-help book into one. Oh, people are saying it's a really good book. That's cool. I really want to read it. I actually need to buy it or put it on my Kindle or something. I don't know. Yes, Tammy said to Mia that the feeling with Matt was unlike anything else. This worries me early on as signs of love bombing or her having BPD. Well, I won't speak about the BPD because she's never mentioned that I know of, and I don't have any, qualifications in diagnosing mental health. But Tammy was saying that, Mia said, what's different about Matt Zukowski? And Tammy said their energy. She said their energy is like nothing else she's felt ever before. And she didn't really talk about Matt Zukowski too much in the interview, but I suppose the interview was about her. It wasn't about her relationship. So maybe that's why, but yeah, I don't know. There's also suspicion that maybe she didn't talk about him much because they were fighting because of this texting incident that happened a bit prior. I think I wrote down here. No. Oh, other people are saying they loved Fourth Wing, the book. It's really good. It reminds me so much of Divergent. Like, it's just so similar. Thoughts on Aladdin's surprise wedding? Well, I'll let you all know a little bit of a story that I haven't spoken about before. It's a bit of a personal story. So my husband and I, we eloped, and I mean proper eloped, where we don't tell anyone and we just had our witnesses, and we still had to do like the 1 month notice and everything to make it all legal. But he proposed to me on my 30th birthday, and then 3 months later we got married. So it was sort of one of those situations where we both knew we never wanted to have a wedding. And we also didn't have a reception party afterwards. So it's not like we had a secret wedding and then had a party to celebrate. We just had our secret wedding and that was it. Like, we never wanted a wedding. But yeah, with Ella, I don't understand. I suppose I kind of do. To have like a private ceremony and then have a big party in the same day, why don't you just have the ceremony at the party? That's what I don't get. But I do think it's all very fun and exciting that she's done it differently. Like, it's certainly got everybody talking. Yes, Tammy and Matt are following each other again. So I mentioned it was only for an hour that she blocked him, which is very funny. There was a comment from one friend of the woman Matt messaged on Where's Your Head At Facebook page that got deleted, saying that Matt has been trying to hook up with her for years. I mean, it's probably just somebody wanting clout. Like, you sort of can't believe everything you read when it comes to like comments like that. I don't know. Maybe he has been trying to, but oh yeah, I see what they're saying. Like, he might have been trying to before Tammy, and now he's like messaged her again. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Like, this person saying they want a screenshot, I agree. Without screenshots, I don't really believe too much. Like, screenshots from the person who wrote it, I mean. What else are people saying? Oh, someone's saying check Tattle for screenshots of the girl's friend. Okay, I might have to do that after this. Are Chloe Szep and Mitch Orval still together? Don't know. I don't think so. I have been sent proof that he has been texting somebody in a flirtatious manner. I haven't published those because I don't want to like give away the identity of the woman, kind of like this thing that happened with Matt Zukowski. But yeah, it seems that he is messaging other women, flirty texts. It wasn't like to catch up or anything, but it was very like flirty. So I don't imagine he would be doing that if he was still with Chloe, unless they were just having an off period, because this was back in January and maybe they are still together now, but I don't know. Something doesn't seem quite right there. Like, his profile, well, both of them hardly post each other on social media. His profile picture is just him and his boys. He changed their joint YouTube channel to just Mitch Orval. It just doesn't seem like they are still together. Oh, Emmylou has hightailed it back to Vegas again. That's cool. I'll have to have a look at her stories. I really like Vegas content. Oh no, someone's saying here that they caught their boyfriend doing the same thing, messaging his ex and then said it's for his friend. Oh, that's really heartbreaking. I'm just really sad about the texting situation, honestly, because their relationship seemed like such a fairy tale and now it's just a little bit sad. Oh, someone here saying that Anna and Matt scripted the entire podcast. Interesting. I doubt that they did. I mean, they would have had some sort of guide to go off. I have actually been on their podcast before. There's a link in my bio if you do want to listen to the episode. It was probably a year ago now. But yeah, I've been on their podcast before and it was not scripted. I did ask them in advance for like an outline of like what sort of questions they're going to be asking, purely because I wanted to be able to prepare. Like, if they were going to say, like, you know, like, what's your biggest scandal or something, I wanted to like have a good answer rather than just being like, don't know. So yeah, but there was definitely no script. It was all very, yeah, just chatting. But yeah, they would have definitely had some sort of agenda as to what they wanted to cover and like what points they wanted to get across, and they would have spoken prior to it and said, you know, this is the vibe we want to go for. Like, they wouldn't want Anna hating on Matt kind of thing. They want to make it seem very, you know, like this is all going to be okay. But yeah. Yasmin on Bye Bambi trip. Yeah, so, there's not many comments tonight, which is totally fine. But yeah, so this Bye Bambi trip that's happened recently to LA for Coachella, there's a whole heap of Aussie influencers, mainly TikTokers, on this trip, and Yasmin, who was the face of their 5th birthday celebration, she did not get invited. And I'm totally on Yasmin's side. Like, why was she not invited? I'm thinking maybe there's some sort of beef with her and the other girls on the trip, or maybe they don't think she's famous enough to warrant sending her over there and like the exposure that she might get, or maybe, no, I don't know. I really don't know. But Yasmin was saying that she didn't even get paid for being the face of the 5th birthday campaign. She just got like some vouchers or something. That to me is her management's issue. So maybe that's why she took the video down. People were saying that Bye Bambi threatened legal action, which I don't think they could based on what she was saying. But I reckon that management told her to take it down, because that looks really bad on their behalf, that she did this huge job and didn't get paid for it, when they're the ones who would be negotiating this sort of thing for her. But I definitely agree with her that she would have thought that this would lead to bigger opportunities and things, but unfortunately it didn't. And yeah, I really think she should be over there on their trip. But speaking of that trip, it has been so interesting to watch. So Cairo, can't remember her surname, but Cairo, she met Kim Kardashian at the Lakers game a few nights ago. So cool. Cairo's ex Ned is over there with Sam Guggenheimer. They're claiming that they're over there for different reasons, but I mean, they've been spotted canoodling in the background of videos. So there's definitely something going on with those two, even though they deny it. And yeah, Izzy's over there as well. And I just think it's such a cool trip to watch. These girls are just always in drama, I think. So this is the sort of stuff that I find really interesting, and like I would need screenshots to believe this. Like Matt Zukowski goes for a walk every morning from Tammy's house and he was seen walking with some girl, not Tammy. I mean, that could be anyone. That could be a relative. That could be someone that Tammy knows. Like, I don't know. I think that people just really want Matt to F up. And unfortunately, this DM situation has given people exactly what they want. And yeah, it's very unfortunate. How do you know Tammy only blocked Matt for an hour? That is because I was sent all of a sudden, like, okay, on Monday night, I was just chilling, as you do. And all of a sudden I was flooded with DMs saying, oh my gosh, Tammy has blocked Matt. And I was like, no. And I checked and I was like, okay, she clearly has. So it's like everyone realized at once. And there were like a lot of other pages posting it as well. Like it all happened very quickly and everyone noticed very quickly. And then within an hour, you could see that she was following him again. So that's how I know it was only for an hour. Oh yeah, someone here saying that they thought Bye Bambi was owned by Yasmin, the influencer who did the 5-year campaign. And quite a few people have said that to me as well. Like, yeah, because she was the face of the brand. So it's really weird that she's not on this influencer trip. Is Ned Lester and Izzy Armitage together? No, unless they are together, but he also puts his arm around Sam Guggenheimer as friends. But no, I think that he and Sam are dating. Where has Sophie Guidolin gone for her family holiday trip? I don't know. She has been on 9 trips though in the last few months. I did hear a rumor that her and her new boyfriend are married, which I was thinking, well, you know, she couldn't be because she was married to Andrew not that long ago, but somebody messaged me saying that on the 22nd of March, I think it was last year, he announced on Instagram that they had split. So she would have to wait until the 22nd of March this year to finalise the divorce. And then she has to wait 1 month longer or something to get married again. So 13 months would be the 22nd of April? No. Maybe she isn't married. Maybe that doesn't add up. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen proof, but I've just heard speculation that she is married to this new guy. What do you think Indy Clinton was shooting today? No idea. I did see that she had like the filming trucks and stuff, but she was doing like that running video, which was quite funny. But yeah, I've got no idea what she was filming. I haven't heard any speculation. Let me know if you have. Else like Ruby Tuesday has done in the past, blocking their fiancés. Adults with children blocking and unblocking. I kind of agree. I do have a bit of secondhand embarrassment, only because they're so famous. Like, I get that if everyday people do it, okay, like whatever. Like, we all have moments, but it's because they're so famous and everybody's watching them, and then they're blocking and unblocking, and we all see it, and it's really awkward. Emmylou gets her outfit inspo from Bianca. Fails miserably, but points for trying. I'm guessing that's Bianca from Booby Tape. I noticed that Emmylou was like doing a collaboration with Booby Tape earlier this week, which was so unexpected. Maybe she's friends with the girls. Maybe she knows them. I'm not sure what's happening there, but yeah, very cool. And maybe she does get her inspiration from Bianca. That's okay. Apparently, we love to hate because we hate our lives, but I think we just like gossip. Tammy said on the podcast, people who hate their lives. I think that she's kind of right. There's a very big difference between liking gossip and hating. Like if you're sending people hateful messages, that's pretty next level. Like to actually send them hate. Do you know what I mean? And like, yeah, I don't know if you necessarily hate your life, but there's definitely some sort of issue that you're projecting onto that person by hating them so much. Otherwise, you would just block them. Do you know what I mean? What video was Sam and Ned seen canoodling in? So Mick Mayo, he posted a video at Nobu on his story. Mick Mayo is Jasmine's boyfriend. Any updates on Andre Rebelo? No. So the court trial, I think it is, starts in like maybe October, so we'll probably hear a bit more then. But Gracie has gone full public with her new boyfriend Daniel, I think his name is. So he's all over her TikTok now, so she's very much moved on. Confirmation Sarah's Day is pregnant. I haven't seen any, but yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Are influencers getting back into YouTube because podcasts are now such an overcrowded market? I totally agree. So many people going back into YouTube, even like Life Uncut, they're now doing YouTube. Indy Clinton's doing YouTube. Lily Brown's podcast is on YouTube. I don't know if there's really much money on YouTube. Like, I don't think the AdSense is very much. I find personally that YouTube is unwatchable due to the amount of ads. I did recently subscribe. God, I've got so many subscriptions. It's crazy. I was talking about another one earlier, but I have a monthly subscription to YouTube because I just couldn't watch it anymore. It was just too many ads. It was so unusable. But yeah, I think that YouTube is definitely coming back. The owner of One Daydream, the PR agency, I met her about 6 months ago and she said to me that that is her prediction for this year, is that YouTube is going to make a big comeback. And so far, I definitely think she is right. Oh, someone's guessing another Cancer Council ad for Indy Clinton. Definitely could be, because she did work with them a few months ago, or probably only a month ago. Someone here's talking about Jojo Siwa. She did an interview with Call Her Daddy this week, and I'm actually currently listening to it. It's nearly 2 hours, so I'm nearly finished it, but it is so good. But I won't talk about that because it's not Australian. A lot of people talking about Emmylou and her tax debt. People are obsessed with it. That's seriously so old news now. Skye will win I'm a Celebrity. She very much could, like her in that snake pit. My gosh, she was just so calm. And I love how at the end she's like, oh, I actually love this. She's definitely very captivating on that. I think that Caleb is very much trying to win, especially with his friendship with Denise. It is so random but so cute. And yeah, I think that both of them are, they're very good at playing the crowd. They know what the crowd wants and they're both doing super, super well. It's hard to see awful people getting so much for free, especially with the cost of living crisis. Yeah, that is definitely a very contentious topic for people. People seem to hate that influencers get gifted things when they could seemingly afford it. But it is just another, you've got to see it as just another marketing spend. Like it's no different to a brand paying money for a billboard. And I mean, you're not going to get upset by the billboard company making money kind of thing. But yeah, it does hit a lot closer to home when it's people that we feel we relate to. It's really tricky. Skye can do no wrong. She's intelligent in her own way. Entertaining Aussie, down to earth, you go, girl. Yeah, everybody's loving her now. I mean, she has had a few controversies in the past, of course, but she's very much redeeming herself. Everybody loves her, and I love that for her. Sorry, I'm just trying to wrap it up because it has been half an hour. Someone here saying they found it really hard listening to Indy Clinton's episode with Big Ed. She just talked the whole time and didn't let him speak. I found it hard to listen to for a different reason. I just found it really boring. Like they just talked about parenting and it just, maybe that was the vibe they wanted, but it just seemed like two parents just talking their normal, boring, mundane stuff. Like I feel like it could have been a bit more juicy. People want to know about Ed. They want to know, well, people want to know where he works, but I mean, you can just Google that. Abbie's new boyfriend, any info? So he is one of the singers of Peking Duck. He has a stage name, starts with K. Can't remember, sorry, but his name is Adam, and yeah, that's her new boyfriend. Could you please do more Q&As and post what people write in? I think that is what I do on Subscribers. So I like probably once a week I do Q&As and post like the questions and I do the answers. Is that what you mean? Will you do a collab with anyone? No, not at this point. Like I don't want to do sponsorships and stuff. Like I feel that would not be genuine to me. I like just doing the subscription. Can we do blind items soon? It's been a while. I need to get onto that. I reckon I'll do a post tonight and get it started, and maybe like this weekend I'll do the posting. It is a lot of work though, because I've got to go through like hundreds of submissions. I've got to find ones that aren't like going to get people or going to get me sued, and that I can publish the answers to. And yeah, okay, I'll post it after this. Can we cover Roxy Jacenko next week, trying to relate to helping the cost of living crisis by maybe giving away a house? I did speak about her giveaway a few weeks ago. If you look on my YouTube, you can go back a little bit. But yeah, I do find it funny that she's trying to be like, you know, the $250,000 would be like a 20% house deposit for an average price house in Sydney. And it is kind of funny the spin she's putting on it. I do find that funny. Have you always been so interested in influencer gossip? Yes, I have. Before influencers existed, I was interested in celebrity gossip. It's just always been my thing. So yes. All right, well, thank you. And I will see you all later. Bye.